Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. I do appreciate you being here. So guys, today I'm going to show you how I maintain my personal computer and keep it running nice and smooth. Now I know I've done some videos like this where I showed that I was working on somebody else's computer, but I don't believe I've actually gone through and just kind of shown you how I maintain my own system. So yes, I'm still running Windows 10. I've had this background for a while now. I might need to think about changing it, but I kind of like it. Have not upgraded to Windows 11 yet, other than on my laptop. But if you're running Windows 11, these steps kind of pretty much apply to you as well. So the first thing I will do is I will start shutting down all the software I don't need. So let's go ahead and quit Discord. That is for my Stream Deck. That really doesn't take up much. Yes, I still run Skype to talk to family, so let's quit that. This is my OBS, how I'm recording this video. Greenshot is a screenshot deal. I don't need that right now. So pretty much just start by shutting down everything that you do not need to be running. After that, I check out my startup and check what is starting when the PC starts. So to do that, you just right click your taskbar here, go to Task Manager. You can also hit Control-Alt-Delete and choose Task Manager as well. But once I get this open, I'll go here to Startup. And for Windows 11 users, this will be over on your left-hand side. There will be a tab for Startup. It won't actually say it, it'll just be an icon. Now, once I get in here, I take a look at everything that is enabled, which means that is what starts when the computer starts. You don't need to have everything starting when the computer starts. It just takes up your memory. So it looks like I'm good here. That is my backup. OpenShell I do run to change my, my start menu. Stream Deck I run that. Greenshot is my screenshot software. And this here is your Windows Defender, my Windows Defender, which is what I run for antivirus. So everything like that seems good. That is everything that I want enabled. So I'm not going to change this, but I would highly recommend if you guys got a bunch of stuff running here when your computer starts, just to go ahead and disable it. Now that doesn't like uninstall anything. Like, you know, if I were to say, hey, Spotify, don't need it to run when the computer starts, if I disable this, that doesn't mean that uninstalls that. It just simply doesn't run when the system starts. And that saves on your random access memory. If you have an abundant amount of random access memory, that probably won't matter much, but that's just one of my recommendations. So once you check that, get rid of things you don't want to start, keep the things that you do want to start. Let's go ahead and close that out. My next step is I will check for updates. So you can just go to your search, check for updates. I recently did updates and it's actually still waiting for a restart on that. So I don't have any updates waiting, but go ahead and do your updates. Next, I will go into my web browser that I use frequently. I've been using Firefox frequently. If you use Chrome, Edge, whatever, it's pretty much all the same. But I just go into here. I'll do history, clear recent history, and then just make sure I select everything. And where this says everything here too, make sure you check everything and go to clear now. Once that's done, shut down your web browser. It's as easy as that. I recently did that as well, so it probably took a little bit quicker than what you guys would be seeing on your end. After this, guys, I open up my Windows Explorer. Let me drag that over here. It popped up on another screen. And I will go into the temp folder on your primary drive, which for most of you is going to be C. Let's go ahead and double click on primary drive. We'll go to Windows, and then you'll scroll all the way down here to temp. Double click that. As you see, we got a lot of junk in here. I'm just going to hit Control and A to highlight that all, and then right click and let's hit delete. And it'll just say that you have to be administrator. I am administrator, but it's going to pop this up anyway. Make sure that's check marked to do this for all current items, and let's hit continue. And it will go through, get rid of a lot of them. Some of these it won't be able to delete because there's things running in the background, etc., etc. And that's fine, and you can just skip those. Or let's hit cancel. But I got rid of most of them. These will probably go away after your reboot anyway because it releases the hold on those files that are in use. So after you go to this C Windows temp and delete things there, this is where I start running a little bit of software here. So my first thing that I run is CCleaner. And I actually did a video on this recently. CCleaner has been hacked recently. Well, not only recently, but multiple times. But if you're just using the free version, you're fine. If you're using the pay version, you might want to look into that. I did a video on that. Just check the channel, or I'll make it pop up, or it'll be in the description below. So it's telling me there is a new version available. Generally, I would hit let's update this now, but I'm going to just do that later. So let's just say remind me later. Now, what I do here, guys, is I already have all these preset under Windows here, okay? Have these preset. You can set them how you want. But basically, what CCleaner does, it just kind of goes in and cleans out some junk, some temp files, and just garbage like that. And then it will also work on your registry. So set these how you want. And then let's just hit analyze. And as you see, it goes through a little bit of a process here. And then it will pop up and tell you how much can be removed. And that's the approximate size there. And so it will also show you everything here. So yeah, I'm good with that. Let's go ahead and remove all this. So I'm going to hit run the cleaner. And it goes ahead and gets rid of all those. It'll show you here 421 meg removed. I like to do it a couple times. Let's analyze that again. And it will pick up on a couple things, your Windows Web Cache and TeamViewer, which I run for remote access. So you can just go ahead and skip those, no big deal. Then I scroll down here to registry. I don't do any of this performance analyzer, driver update, or anything like that. I simply use this for the custom clean and the registry. Now, once you get over here, we're going to scan the registry for issues. It will pick up quite a handful, and then we're just going to hit remove selected. I don't want to make a backup, so I'm going to hit no. And then, yep, I'm going to tell it to fix all issues here. Great, and then I'm going to close that. It'll tell you issue fixed. I'm going to close it, and I'm going to run it again. All right, perfect. No issues found on that second thing. So once you're done with that, we can just go ahead and close that. The next piece of software that I run is Malwarebytes. Now, I got to learn how to click the right thing, though. Okay, now once we open Malwarebytes, it does take a second to open. I use this quite often, so let's just close that. I use the free version, so I do get some pop-ups here and there, but no big deal. And so once you do that, I'm just going to go ahead and hit scan here. Now, it generally, depending on the drive, your primary drive that you have installed that is being scanned, and how much data that you actually have on that drive, this can take, you know, anywhere from, I don't know, 30 to 60 seconds. And I've even seen it take 5 to 10 minutes, again, depending on the size of the drive, the amount of data that you have in there, and the speed of the drive actually has quite a bit to do with that as well. So like if you have a really slow hard drive that you're scanning, it's probably going to take quite a bit. Now, this system here, that drive that is being scanned is actually a 2 terabyte, which is pretty significant in size, but it's also a Samsung NVMe, and it is super fast. So it really should not take long to fully scan it. And the way this works, guys, is it will tell you the scan duration, how long it's been at it, and this will count down how many items it has scanned. And if it picks up on any malware, it will show that right here under detections. Now, this will pick up things like malware, browser hijackers, stuff like that, potentially unwanted programs. That's what PUP is, potentially unwanted program. As you see, it took 1:15 seconds, scanned this many items, and we have no detections, which is fantastic. So we're just going to hit done on that, and we're going to close that out. Now, the last piece of software that I use is called BleachBit. Now, BleachBit is a very well-known application here. Oh, new version available. I'm just going to go ahead and skip that for now. But yeah, BleachBit is very well known. In fact, you can probably just run BleachBit and not run Malwarebytes or CCleaner. But I've kind of come to really like CCleaner and Malwarebytes. So when I do this, I run these as well. And again, these are all preset, but as you can see, it goes by application here. So say Adobe Reader, it will go in, clear the cache of that, most recently used, temporary files, and you can just put this however you want. If you don't want it to scan Adobe Reader, simply uncheck it and it won't scan any of it. But I like it to do that. I'll do the deep scan, and keep in mind, the more that you click in here, the longer the scan will take. Like if I start clicking things, it will say this option is slow. So I don't really want to run that. I don't really get a lot of that stuff anyway. Backup files. It will actually even clean out your Discord, which means, guys, if you're running Discord and you tell it to run, and clean the cache and cookies and stuff like that, when you reboot, you will have to re-log into Discord. Just keep that in mind. So, yep, it'll do your browsers, Firefox, Google Chrome, clear out all the history and stuff, which we did manually. I guess that's just a habit for me to do manually. Do your IE, Edge, Microsoft Office. It'll clear out the most recently used and stuff like that and so on. So as you guys can see, like it will pick up on all these and most of the stuff that you have installed. So once you choose everything that you want here, we're just going to go ahead and preview it. Because what that does is it tells you everything that it's going to be deleting. And then it will kind of give you a little summary at the end. It will recover 354 megs. It's going to be deleting this amount of files. I'm really not sure what the special operations is, so I guess I probably need to look into that. So once you have clicked preview and you see everything it's going to do, you simply click clean up here, and it asks, are you sure these will be deleted, etc., etc., and we hit delete. Now it will go through, it will show you the deletes, and sometimes on mine, because there's some things in use, it'll give you 12 errors here, and if you scroll up, it'll tell you what these errors are. I've been getting these errors for a while, and I've really never gone in just to kind of see what it is and correct these, because I really don't think it's that big of a deal. So it deleted this many files, cleared up that much drive space for me, and like the other stuff, I like to do it again, so I'm going to preview it. And it takes just a few seconds, and then we'll see what it has to say. So see, there's really not much left over to grab, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it anyway. And then hit delete. It'll tell you those same errors. And that's probably what it wanted to grab this time, was those same errors. So yeah, so it deleted a little bit more, so no big deal. I will go ahead and just leave it at that. So that is it. After I run BleachBit with CCleaner first, then Malwarebytes, and then everything else I showed you. Make sure your updates are done. And then at this point, you simply just restart your computer. Now, just remember, when it comes back up, because you ran BleachBit and deleted all the history and stuff, you will probably have to re-enter passwords and stuff when you go into your browser and, Discord and Skype and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, that is just my instructional on how I keep my computer going. And I do this probably, believe it or not, you don't have to do it this often. I'm OCD. I do it probably at least once a week. But if you did it once a month, you're fine. Anyway, guys, that is it. If this was helpful to you, click that like button and consider subscribing for future content. Thanks, guys.